Greetings, this is Eduardo Jumbo. In this tutorial, we're going to install a PHP bulletin board, or the short name or the actual name is phpBB. Before we begin, quick reminder that every day I'm hosting a live stream. Visit ojumbo.com and then go to watch menu, then live sub menu. Then you can see, for example, here, this tutorial is going to be install phpBB online forum, the channel, and then the approximate date and time. And you can see the other ones which are post-dated topics for future live streams. Each of those topics will also have a little snippet at the top of each article. It tells you the day, the time, and it's always going to be Eastern time. And you're free to ask any programming related topics in the live chat. So for example, for this live stream, you can click on this link and then you go to the channel and you log in and you can submit your questions. I will answer them during the live stream. Also be sure to subscribe, like, follow, leave comments for more frequent content. So phpBB is it's not a shopping cart. I'll replace that when I edit this. It's an online bulletin board system for creating, managing, and publishing website content. So what I also recommend is if you install this on your website, to have a SSL certificate, so that most people think SSL certificates are only when you handle payment information, but it's also for user data. For example, even something as simple as a user's email address, you should really handle that as sensitive data. So I would have, as I said, everywhere, you should always have SSL certificates. And if you need help with that, you can contact me at ojumboservices.com. I'll help you install that. There are free ones. For example, there's Let's Encrypt. I've installed it for customers, for e-commerce sites, and even just simple blogs. So if you need help, just contact me. Okay, so basically, this phpBB software has to be installed on a web server. So you just go to phpBB website and you can download it. So as you can see here, you go to downloads and you're able to download it. Then what you can also do is, so some of the requirements, obviously you're going to need an HTTP server. So you can use Nginx or Apache as your HTTP server to deliver web content over the internet. Obviously, you also need to install their modules, the PHP module, because this is PHP based. And also you need a database. So this application does support 5 databases. So for example, you can use MySQL or any of its compatible ones like MariaDB. You can use Postgre. You can install SQLite. You can even use the Microsoft SQL Server and Oracle. So basically, it looks like it basically supports all the ones that PHP, at least the more modern ones, the supported ones, databases. So that's pretty good. And for me, I manage all my databases in a command line, but you can also use an app like, for example, phpMyAdmin. I'll show you that. I'll use that when we install this program today. So basically, you can expand to see the source that I used today. And these are the screenshots I took for when you're installing the application. This is a welcome screen, and then you enter the database information, and then your settings, and then after that, it'll be done. You can enter the back end or the front end. So this is the video. If you don't want to click the link to go into the channel, you can just rewatch. For example, you click this and you can watch it live. Okay, and also PHP is open source. It's released under GNU public license version 2. It's a copyleft license. phpMyAdmin is also licensed under the same license. The Apache HTTP server, that's licensed under the Apache license version 2. That's a permissive license. Nginx is also a permissive license released under Nginx license, which is 2 clause BSD-like. The MySQL community server, that is licensed under GNU public license version 2. That's copyleft. MariaDB, because that was originally a fork of MySQL, that's also released under the GNU public license version 2. And the client libraries, that's C, Java, ODBC, they're all listed under GNU Lesser General Public License version 2.1 or later. PHP, that one is licensed under the PHP scripting language, and that is a permissive license. Okay, and then let's get started here. So I'm going to minimize this. And I've already downloaded the phpBB. The latest version was 3.3.15. The reason I downloaded it is so that if something's wrong with my internet, I don't want to, I don't want this to be disrupted. So, and also in the future, I'm going to be downloading some very large files. So if it's pre-downloaded, then this tutorial will go faster. So I'm just going to open up the command line here. Clear that. I'll zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I think I can make this a little bit smaller. Okay, so all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to unzip PHP. So when I unzipped it, you see it created a folder called phpBB3. So what I'm going to do now is, let me clear this so it's out of the way. Obviously, I could have right-clicked and also extracted. I could have done that as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a database. So I'm going to log in to MySQL, actually it's MariaDB. Okay, so I'm using MariaDB 10.11.11. Okay, so first I'll create a database. So create database phpBB. So the database has been created. Then I'm going to create a user. Create user phpBB. I always recommend creating a specific user for each database. That way, if that user gets compromised, it's only localized to that database. Then you can just delete the database or give them a new user and you'll be fine. Localhost identified by php. Okay, so the user has been created. Then what I need to do is I need to give the permission for this user to use the database that I just created. So that's going to be privileges. I don't know why I have a problem spelling that. Privileges on phpBB, all of them, to phpBB is at localhost. Oh, I made a mistake. Oh, yeah, I made a mistake. So, yeah, this. Okay, so let's do that again. Yeah, so that's okay. I made a mistake. I used up here. I used exclamation instead of a single quote. Okay, so that's done, and I'm just done here. I just need to flush privileges. So we're done. And you can exit here. You just type exit, and we're done. So I should now be able to install it, but I'm not going to do that yet. I just want to show you the graphical way first. So I have phpMyAdmin here. Remember, we just created phpBB. That was the username and the password. So as you can see here, we have the database, and obviously this proves that this user can has access to this database. So then what I'll do here is we can take a look at we can go to the install. So because I'm storing this in a folder, so there's phpBB3, press enter, and you see I get the introduction screen. And you can change the language here. So there's British English. So I click change. Oh, it looks like it's only English for now. I can change that later. Okay, so so this is support here. You can also contact me at ojamboservices.com. I can help you if you need any help with phpBB, the bulletin board. For example, maybe you want to upgrade from 2.0 to version 3. I can help you do that as well. And if you need any help with some custom extensions, I can help you with that as well. And as I discussed, the license, you see it's the GNU public license and it's version 2. Okay, so we'll click on the install tab, and then it tells you that you see it supports these databases, MySQL, and it explains that it actually uses the PHP extension MySQL improved. You can use this database, Postgres, SQLite, and then Microsoft SQL Server 2000 via the ODBC, or you can use the MySQL Server 2005 or above, native. And Oracle. The funny thing about this MySQL Server 2000, even just a few years ago, there was some large company. I think they finally, so I will make fun of them. They actually used to use this one. So whenever I used to write queries for customers, clients, I would have to remake very basic queries. So as I said, if you need help with that database stuff, you can contact me. Anyways, so let's click install. So it's asking for an administrator name. It has to be at least 3 characters. And we're going to use our usual jamboshow.local and administrator password. Make sure I spelled it right. Okay, submit. Then you see with the database, we can use SQLite 3 or MySQL. So I'm going to leave it with MySQL, the MySQL improved PHP extension. And then it says the database, obviously the host or server host name. So I'm going to say localhost. That's how we changed it. Server port, I leave it blank because the default is 3306. So we'll leave that blank. Username, BB, and the username password for the database. And the database we create phpBB. I technically always leave the default prefix for tables. If you want to change it for some reason, you can do that as well. Okay, then we come here. It says your server is running SSL because remember I'm using the self-signed certificate because I'm running locally. So yeah, leave that on, and it says for server URL. If set yes, server defined here will be used in favor of the automatically determined values. I'm actually surprised the way they spelled favor here, because obviously remember it was British English. For server, okay, I'll just leave set to yes, the server settings defined here will be used in favor of the automatically. So I'm going to leave that the way it is, and it's going to be HTTPS, that's fine. The domain name will be here, that's fine. Server port, that's obviously for the secure port 443. And I'm going to leave this everything the way it is. So hit submit. Email enabled. I set it to no, so it will use the. It won't use SMTP. It will use the default sendmail PHP. So if I set it to yes, then I would have to enter all that SMT part or whatever. But I set it to no. So for example, if you're using your Gmail or something else, you can obviously click yes, and then you fill that in. But I'm just going to leave it as no. It's always a good idea not to use plain, because plain will transport your username and password as plain text. So if somebody's sniffing your network, they'll be able to see it. So I would use either login or cram. Oh, this is kind of old. This is obviously way better. Okay, so let's click submit. So you see, it's still British English. That's the only one. That's fine. The title of the board, I'll just say Ojamboshow Ojamboshow bulletin board. Oh, forum. I'll just say forum. saying bullet mode is kind of an old way form. Okay, short description. Okay. Jumbo show. What do you call it? Bulletin board for all. Okay, hit submit. Now the installer is obviously setting up the database stuff. We'll take a look at this when this is done. And then after, obviously, it will also install some basic things that will be needed for the front end. So it's done. See how quickly that was. Now that this is done, you see it successfully installed, enabled this extension phpBB/VGLink or VigLink, and then take me to, so is it finished here? 100%, yeah, okay, that's finished. Okay, so skip install, whatever, no, of course not. So if I go back here now, remember there were no tables, it's just an empty one. So if I just click on it again, now you can see there's a whole bunch of tables. So the data is in here, so it's been successfully installed. And you see the users. If we go to users here, oh, the wrong place, sorry. Let's go back here. So where's the admins? Let's see here. I have to see because of the glare. Oh, the language, yeah. So there's only one language back here, as you can see. Moderator queue. There's nothing in here. Okay, user groups. Surprised I can't. Oh, AC. Oh, here we go. ACO users. You can see there's only obviously one because that's the admin. So that should be admin role. So the roles in here, the groups, and the users. Okay, so with that out of the way, now we can get to the. With this is finished, we can go to here, and that goes to the help page. I don't need that. So what I'm going to do is, where is the? Oh, interesting. Okay, so the install is finished. Surprised it didn't tell me where to go after that. Oh yeah, I need to remove the install folder. So it should tell me that. There we go. So this is the front. So it says, please delete and remove the install folder, because obviously if you don't do that, and if the directory specifies, only the admin will be accessible. Okay, so let's go to the folder here. We go to PHP this, and we have there's the install folder. Here's the install folder. So we can delete it. Now if I refresh, yeah, much better. So as you can see here, it has the, it tells you the administrators and all this who's online and etc. etc. And you see it has your first category. So go to forum, this is the front end. So we can see here, welcome. And this is an example post. Everything seems to be working. You may delete this post and etc. So it was made by the site admin. So let's go take a look at that. And obviously, because it logged me in automatically, I'm an admin, and they can do, I can check all this stuff here as well. So it's not too shabby. And now we can also go to the, so this, and you can see this is the front end area. There's also a back end where you can create more things as well. So for example, if you forget what that is, because if we go to, see here, PHP, vendor, member list. So this is all the files. So it's properly installed, and this is a configuration file here. So the configuration file will obviously have all the everything related to the sure, this is the admin folder. Yeah, that's admin folder. So if I just go here and type admin, IDM. Oh, that's administrator. Where is the admin to get to the back end? Second here. I'm pretty sure I took a screenshot of the back end area. Yeah, this one here. Second. Oh, I think I might have to admin index, board index. Oh, the admin index. Okay, I think that's it. I have to click admin index. It's a little bit different. User control panel. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, you can manage subscriptions, manage bookmarks, drafts, attachments, etc. Then there's a board index here. And obviously you can also go to, it logged me in. That was weird because the first time I installed this, it didn't log me in. This one actually just logged me in. Let me actually log out. And then I'll try to go to the admin area. ADM. It just goes back to the same thing. Let's click login. Oh, actually, here, let's before I log in, let's actually let's see what it looks like. So this is where you can log in, and this is your board index, etc. So you can log in here as well. If I remember what my so what? Are you kidding me? Okay, I forgot my password. I hope I spelled my at show.local. Okay. The submission form was invalid. Okay, so I can't log in. Let me see if I can figure out how to reset the password here. Forums, groups, languages. That is so weird that it I can't figure that out. Anywho, so I can't believe it's already almost half an hour already. So that's PHP. That's how you install it, and you're able to use this app. So obviously, as you noticed, it's, for example, it says British English. So obviously, if you're not a British person or whatever, you're in a different country, like say US or Canada, if we go to there's support, there's downloads. You see downloads here. You see you can get language packs. So let's go to language packs here, and you see there's American English. Obviously, British English was the default. There's American English. There's other language, Arabic, Argentine. What else is here? Danish, and etc. etc. Surprising, there's no Canada. Let's go to C. Is there something in C? Canada? Canada is not there. So I guess this won't be popular in Canada. You have to use American English or British English. Okay, so there's also other downloads. For example, you can get different extensions. You see there's security and anti-spam. Now, obviously, if you guys don't know, if you ever run a forum, you can't leave it on automatic. You need to have a moderator. And I would recommend going into security and either some add-ons such as the anti-spam, because you get spammed. I'm sure, as you know, any forum you visit, there's always spams. I'm not even talking about trolls. I'm just talking like, yeah, there'll be bots and everything like that as well. So I would definitely recommend getting some of these extensions to extend the forum. Obviously, you can see this is what it looks like, but you can obviously change it. You can theme it. If you guys want me to do that in the future, let me know. Okay, so we can finish this up. I close this and let's zoom back out here. So quick reminder that I do a live stream every single day. You go to ojambo.com, you go to watch menu, the live sub menu, they can see the topics. This is the current one live stream right now, and these are the ones which are post dated for the future. There's always the channel it's going to be on and the approximate date and time. And also be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments for more frequent content. If you enjoy this, consider supporting me. Purchase one of my WordPress plugins at ojambo.com. You can enroll my programming courses at ojamboshop.com. You can buy my programming books on Amazon. Search for @ojambo. Links in the description. You can hire me for your programming and app development needs at ojamboservices.com. You can also become a donor at ojambo.com/donate. The donate button is also up here just for your convenience. It's a fixed header. Okay, so there's a chat. Hello. Okay, so I think that's it. I'm going to end this live